Hey guys, Ruby here with Unorthodox Aquatics, and I'm here today to talk with you guys about a fun, interesting, and beautiful little wild betta I call Betta cochina. So I'm here with you guys today in front of this little 5-gallon here. This is where I keep a pair of Betta cochina. It's one of the smallest wild betta native to Indonesia, the Sumatra area specifically. And let's take a look at what we got here. So here's my little 5-gallon cochina tank, and right up front you can see the male right away. Oh, and there's the female in the background. Usually I have to hunt for her. Anyway, let me just focus on the male for a second. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous little wild betta. These guys are bubble nesters. They have this gorgeous deep red, wine red coloring to them. They're also characterized by their spade tail. If we can get around here. The males have that spade tail shape to them. A lot of the times these guys have blue eyes and a green or blue spot on either side of its body. Just gorgeous. These little wild bettas can get around 1 3/4 to around 2 inches maybe in length for the males at least. That's maybe even a little on the bigger side. And these guys have just a spunky, interesting, fun little personality. Very cool little fish to have. They are best in tanks with a pair or by themselves. They've been known to be put into like community, that sort of type tank scenario with tank mates, but you know, in my opinion, I like to keep bettas, things like that, to themselves, or in pairs, you know, if they're the wilds, of course. Here we go, right up in here by the heater. Oh, there goes the male after her. He just scared her away. I was scoping out the female here to show you guys. Let's see. She's pretty elusive, so we'll see if I can maybe pull her out here if we can't get a good look at her. But look at these guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We'll go over the tank basics here in a moment. I can't get enough of these guys. They're just so beautiful. Here's the female. She's found her way to us. She's also got that nice, beautiful red color. Oh, she's always at a hard angle to look at. I'm gonna take her out. Let's do that. Here, I found her here. I pushed her up to the front of the tank with my net a little bit. She's got those gorgeous blue eyes, the red coloration. Their fins on the females are a little less pronounced, you know, a little more rounded in the fin and tail. Little lighter possibly in the body. You know, a lot of the times in the fish world, the males are more brighter, pronounced, things like that, which in this case for this species it is true. So yeah, just a fun, exciting, gorgeous little pair here. Let's talk about some tank basics. How about that? As you see, I've got this pair in a 5-gallon, and you know, keeping wild bettas as opposed to Betta splendens is a little bit different. You can actually get away with a little bit more. The very minimum is a 5-gallon for these guys, singular or as a pair. My rule of thumb per bettas is that, you know, bettas do not really need free swimming space as much as they need territories, places to hide, you know, things that they can, it helps them feel safe, you know, with wood plants, you know, what have you. They aren't like typical fish that need a lot of water and just use, you know, the swimming space. What is actually in their tank counts. So let's see what we've got going on here in this one. So here's the tank, kind of from afar. This, interestingly enough, the smaller the tank size you choose for a pair of these guys, the more densely you will have to plant it. Because, you know, they don't hang out all the time. You know, they can be seen together, things like that. But a lot of the times the male will be, you know, sneaking up on her, kind of nipping her in the tail or something like that, you know. But these guys cohabitate very, very, very nicely as a pair. But the smaller the tank, you want to plant it more densely, since betas like that security and the feeling of protection from things to hide, floating plants, floating logs. You know, it's not like they need that free swimming space. This tank in particular is planted with both live and artificial plants, and there's a big centerpiece decor, and you see we've got Java fern planted live, a moss ball, and some of those plants in the background, which are artificial, I keep those dense and you know, kind of bunchy, so that they feel secure. Here against the side wall, I have an almond leaf. These guys, along with many other fish, love tannin sources. So they appreciate black water conditions. So if you can get a tannin source like these, Indian almond leaves, Mopani wood, driftwood, peat moss, they will appreciate the added tannins to the water. And these guys actually have they live naturally in a very, very, very low pH. They are adaptable in the aquarium, but however, in nature, the waters they live in are so clogged with these tannin sources that you know, it enriches their lives, improves their health, and they just love it. They love black water. These guys are from Indonesia, tropical, so temperature of around between 78, 82 degrees is usually what mine are kept at. And so yeah, these guys, they really like, even though they will appreciate black water from a tannin source, they do like clean water. So, you know, use like a double or a little more maybe capacity filtration that turns over double the capacity. Sponge filters are nice also. These guys like baffled or very low flow or current in their water. So be sure to pay attention to that when you're choosing your filter. And also a lid. Right now we do not have a lid. I actually put this is not their light, but it's very bright, so it's helping us see them, but I keep their light very dim actually, because these wilds don't appreciate very bright light, but you also do want a lid that they do have as well, but they're excellent jumpers, so be careful. Beta cochina is a bubble nester, so are beta splendens, you know, the regular type betas you see in stores. So, you know, the females will get full of eggs when introduced to, you know, the male, or be around the hormone in the same, sharing the same water. She'll become full with eggs. They will do the courtship and do the dance, and he will embrace her, and they'll hold for a couple seconds, and she will drop her eggs, and they will put them up in the bubble nest to be put up there for hatching. So, and then a couple days later, a little fry will form. So just a gorgeous, gorgeous betta. I can't get enough of these small wilds. This is one of the smallest bubble nesting betta species. So let's feed them maybe. Okay, so I'm just gonna sprinkle in, maybe they'll take interest in some micro pellets. I switch off between micro pellets and for feeding these guys, as well as you know, baby brine shrimp, regular brine shrimp. See, he's a pretty vigorous eater, so. But in the wild, they'll also eat things like tiny crustaceans, larvae, you know, other fish eggs, you know, just a wide variety in the wild diet. But these micro pellets are sufficient if your wilds will take a pellet, but otherwise I prefer the frozen, like I said. Oh, here comes the female. Yay! See, look at her gorgeous blue eyes. Here they are, hunting pellets together. Love to observe this species. And see how, you know, she's a little paler in color. The red is a bit evident with her paleness, but you know, she's got the shorter, rounder tail on her that is characteristic of the females in this species. The male tends to be more solid colored in the body and have those fuller, more pronounced and spade tail shaped fin. If you want these guys to breed for you in your home aquarium, it's actually not too difficult, you know, but they will breed best in conditions that most replicate the natural environment and habitat. So lots of tannins, stuff on the surface, plants and things like that for building a bubble nest on. Dim lighting is important. And these guys do great for me for breeding in that at-home aquarium. So you usually can just leave them alone and let them do their thing. If the tank is set up properly, they should not bother each other too much. They should not constantly chase each other. They should cohabitate peacefully. So. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. I want to thank you guys for coming by. This has been Ruby, and today I talked with you about wild betta cochina, an interesting, beautiful, fun little wild to have in your home aquarium. Thanks for stopping by, and subscribe if you like, and otherwise I will see you guys next time. Bye.